Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys can hear me alright. Today, I played Cisco's Medieval RPG. This is just like the first kind of episode. If you guys want me to do this differently, let me know. I just kind of thought this would be easier, because I'm not really great at commentating over games whenever I'm playing them, but watching them is kind of a different story. So, obviously, right off the start, it takes me a minute here, but I chose Endirian, simply for the fact that you can literally teleport without taking damage whenever you want to. And then I went for Ares' Blessing here, just for the extra critical chance. And then here I went for Warrior for the extra attack damage. And then so loading in, I just threw all my books away. We got the Amulet of Sprinting Speed. And then I immediately threw that on and started heading over to this house. I found a bunch of villagers in here, but I just robbed them blind. I mean, they don't need it, right? So, yeah, this is me kind of just looking around, getting stuck on shit. I saw a cat do a 360. Looked in there, found that axe that I completely forgot that I had. You'll see in a minute. So, as I continued on my way, I saw a lighthouse, which I've never seen before, so I was quite skeptical. I've also never seen this house before, so I decided to throw a pearl at it, and well, I was greeted very nicely inside. I just threw my fist at him like a normal man would, but like other men in this world, they started ganging up on me. You'll see that in a second after I killed one of their friends. Start trying to break their home, and two more of them pop out. They said, "Nah, fam, we ain't dealing with this." So I go search this guy's house, looking for a weapon. Start trying to tell him to run because there's zombies coming, but I'm like, oh wait, there's an axe in my inventory, so that I ran back. But this time they're coming at the front door, man. They're coming at me full speed. I mean, look at these creatures. They're just moving at full velocity. I mean, you can't even comprehend how really scary this situation is until you're actually standing in it. All jokes aside, though, these guys really aren't hard. I don't know why the attack speed on this axe was like -3, but I grabbed this water bucket and I placed it down just so that way they'd get stuck on it. This was probably like a gigabrain strategy. I'm probably going to speed this part up or cut it out entirely, but this spawner here I was trying to break with my bare fist, and then I didn't notice that I wasn't breaking it for a couple seconds, but then I did, so then I started breaking it again. So once I got that down, all that was left is these two fisherman zombies. So all I did was pick up the water there, took out that guy's health, and then took out these guys. So there I grabbed a potion of luck. I completely forgot to say anything about it. But yeah, potion of luck. I never end up using it, so don't get your hopes up. Here I got a cracked ballast gem. I think that's how you say it. We want like at least 3 of those for the weapon that I'm going for, at least right now, because those gems are so strong. If you can get a perfect ballast gem and you can put 3 inside of one, let's say halberd, because that's what I'm going for, you can get up to like 42 attack damage, and that's with the samurai gem also, and the samurai gem gives you extra crit chance, so just really powerful stuff. Yeah. You'll see I make use of the ender pearl very, very often. It is just so, like, useful. It really is. I had no idea, but I ended up running back to the exact same house I was at before, and ended up completely missing a chest, but I ended up finding it right here. As you can see, nothing good was even inside, so there was no point in even bothering coming inside of here. I forgot to mention, you'll see me take damage from water. That is because the Enderians are hydrophobic, and that means that over time in water you will slowly take damage. And I do believe that also means that you can't regenerate while you're like swimming. So basically you can slowly die in water. But whenever it's raining, you can regenerate. So you kind of just like regenerate the damage that you would take. There's also a enchantment called water protection that delays the effect of hydrophobia, and it is actually a very, very good enchantment to have, especially for Enderians. So here I started dropping down these coconut logs so I can make a boat to get to this buried treasure. So here I was very, very close to death. Luckily I was able to get away and heal in time. And then here I was popping my task as quick as possible to try to claim all my rewards. And then on top of that, since I was able to pick up an iron ingot from that treasure chest, we can complete the obtaining iron, which gives me 20 golden apples, or 40 steak, but obviously I take the apples. I decided to sleep in their bed after I found out that they didn't have anything. I got a dream catcher here, but it wasn't very good, so I just threw it up there. Flew down the ladder here, started looking through the rest of the rest of their stuff, and they literally did not have anything. I mean, the best loot in there was like a couple emeralds. And I just took those sticks literally just so I wouldn't have to make them later. So yeah, I took the rest of these emeralds here. I mean, that's literally all there was. That set off the TNT. Wish I would have figured out what that book was before it exploded, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So let's just freeze frame right about here. I just threw this ender pearl at this house. Now, what house do you think this is? A, do you think this is the same house I've been to? B, do you think this is a new house? Or C, do you think this is my house? It was A. I went here before. This is where I found out I ran in a giant circle. So after I got on this ship, I got another adventure kit, just threw that on. I skipped out a bunch of like random looting that I had. It was just little buildings, got me 4 lapis, maybe a couple more emeralds, and a little bit of gold. That's really all that I cut out. In the final chest, I got a ring of strength, one skeleton skull, and I don't think I take the pants. No, I don't. But I grabbed the 3 extra iron and the redstone. I'm not really sure what the lore fragment does. If anyone knows, please let me know. From what it sounds like, you can write your own lore scripts for your own weapons, which sounds pretty cool. But that's just kind of my interpretation of the description. I don't know if that's actually what it means or not. So the Frostwalker, it must have been altered in this mod pack, because I'm used to the ice breaking after you're running. Maybe that's just a bedrock thing. Maybe it doesn't do that on Java. Not really sure. I always thought it broke after you walked, but I found a couple pieces of amethyst shards on this boat here, and I kept on running. Here I saw a fire, and I saw a person laying in bed, and so I got scared. So I started trying to put out the fire. No one else was helping. I thought it was kind of rude. But after I saw that entire house engulfed and saw the lava pool, I knew that that village was indeed ruined. And I just decided to run, because no one was helping that man except for me, and there was no way I could stop that lava pool. I'm sorry, villager. at this point, I realized that this was the exact same spot that I dug up before. So this was an entire complete waste of time. And abandoned another portal, and got some food stolen from me by a seagull, but I was able to pick up 2 withered tomes, which in total got me up to level 37, and I was able to pick up 2 obsidian, which completes the ice bucket challenge. And that in total put me up to level 42. I started putting in my skill trees after I slept in this village, and if I didn't say it before, I am making a crit build, and so that means that we're going to make the crit chance and critical hit as high as possible while also stacking on damage and whatnot. And so you can see getting all those levels, well, the 1 point that I didn't already have took me down to level 28. So here I'm just kind of finishing off the episode by crafting our new weapon, the Diamond Halberd, which we will probably be using for a good majority of this series. On top of that, I searched how to make sigils, because you need sigils of socketing to socket the runes that we got inside of our weapon. But as you can see, we need Dragon's Breath, and we need an Ancient City for that. But the Lodestone, Gem Dust, and Amethyst, that's easy. So lastly, I am making the Adventurer's Armor, which by just making the chest plate, you can claim the rest of the quest and put on the rest of the armor, as well as the extra skill point, to then allow us to put an extra point into crit. But that brings us to the end of this video, and so if you guys would like to see more of this, like I said, drop a like button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you guys want to see something else, and I guess that'll do it for me. So yeah, see ya.